Greetings! Welcome to the next lesson of how to play Xiangqi as Chinese chess. We're going to continue with the theme, basic checkmate theme, and in this game, actually this is a study position from an ancient manual called Strategic Considerations. It may be even a couple hundred years old. It may have been inspired by a real game. First of all, let's just take a minute to review what we're going to be looking at. You know, this guy is going to be gone somewhere, and what we'll be ending up with is this horse will be here, and the cannon will be next to it, and it will produce a checkmate. I think the horse will end up, here, and it will be a checkmate similar to what we just covered in lesson 65 of a horse and cannon combination, where the horse is actually the cannon mount while simultaneously controlling one of the escape squares for the king. If we look at it real close, black is really doing pretty good. The red king has been chased out, kind of smoked out here, and he's actually looking at possibility of getting a checkmate here. Suppose he, does something stupid, and this pawn will just move sideways here, and that's actually checkmate. Or alternately, the chariot could move over one, and that would be checkmate. Also, this cannon down here is protecting these squares back here, so that, for instance, this knight or horse would kind of like to come here with check. And yet this cannon is protecting against that. So red has to kind of work around that for the moment. So let's see how he's going to maneuver his pieces around and get a checkmate. Sure is not evident. Crucial in this is we've got a cannon here, as well as two chariots and a cannon, and this horse, which, like I said, is going to wind up coming around here, way over to there eventually. The first move is rook check, king back. Now here's where there's a sacrifice coming in. This is the sort of thing that's really hard to find over the board, especially for us amateurs. Check, sacrifice. That clears the second rank. Now, check, or king up, horse in, check, king over. Now this is what's really surprising, is there's a second chariot sacrifice here. Watch, check, king has to take, horse down here for checkmate. Let's look at that last mate in 2, which is it's difficult to find. Check, the king has to, does he have to take? I believe he has to take. He has to take because there's a pawn here controlling this square. The horse covers this square. There's no other move, and the king has to take. And then comes this characteristic cannon-horse combination with check. Now the reason it works is this square is off limits because of the horse covering that, and then the horse is the cannon mount here for the cannon, and the cannon then is attacking the king, and it is check, so the king doesn't help to go sideways. And likewise, there's the other one to think about is maybe this move. Does that work? No, it doesn't, because that would be a check also. Still a check from the cannon in the back. And or likewise this guy. Okay, you could possibly think about coming clear back there. But again, for the same reason, it doesn't save the checkmate, because the cannon over here would still be delivering check. So there isn't any good defense. That's a beautiful ending. Now the book gives a variation here. Okay, here, which is at least worth looking at. Another defense idea that maybe he could play would be to come here now. But he just takes this. Check. And again, for the same reason, this guy, as we just talked about, this guy cannot come back here and take that because of the it's still check. So the king has to move. This guy comes in here with check. King has to move. And again, this is basically the same combination, check, king takes, and it's basically the same pattern, checkmate. So that's a really good example, and it's busy, and it would certainly be hard to find over the board, but it is very instructive to see. A cannon-horse combination checkmate. Well, we'll stop there and turn our attention to another example in the next lesson that also illustrates the same theme, cannon and horse. Thank you very much.